Hi, I'm Will, and this is another episode of Tub Talk. Here I am with James Phillip. Hi, James.
Hi, Will.
Welcome to the tub.
Oh, thank you. It's a pleasure to be in the hot tub with you.
Yes, we're here for Gay Spirit Week, having a good old time.
We sure are. A really good time.
How was your day today? What was your workshop about?
Oh, it was amazing. I had the pleasure of hosting a workshop in a temple here called Karma and Alchemy. That was fun. So channeling around the topic of karma, trying to dispel some of the illusions and dogma, trying to kind of modernize how people view it. And then we made some energy work, spiritual healing, to try to help us shift, you know, kind of how we might feel scared sometimes about there being a negative karma affecting us. And,
Is that the dogma that you were referring to, that you were trying to address?
Yeah. You know, the dogma, whether it be education or churches, religions over the years, whether we've liked it or not, or been interested or not, many of us have a slightly kind of spooky, maluki kind of idea about karma. Like if we put one foot wrong, we might be, how I like to say it is, we might be splatted by God. Which is, you know, it's very freeing to let go of the idea that there's a, you know, there may be a God or a goddess that's going to be cross with us if we perceive we've misbehaved or something. And when that comes to, you know, sexuality, there's many opportunities to feel guilty, backed up really mainly by, you know, that religious, spiritual dogma. So that was gorgeous. I really enjoyed that. Very receptive here at Easton.
And how does karma work, in your opinion?
Oh, good question. How long have we got in the hot tub?
Oh, brief.
brief. So look, my feeling is, if you could just imagine that, like we are our karma. You know, it's not separate. So I'm seeing really life as like this really rich tapestry, like a blanket, made up of just, you know, fabulous gold, silvers, tapestry. And the karma is just like that, and each life is just a part of this rich tapestry. And so I'm, you know, maybe slightly challengingly, I'm seeing karma as primarily just a fabulous, loving, spiritual part of us. As opposed to this kind of, it's a kind of modern idea really, I think, that karma is something that we have to kind of erase and be careful of, in case we get that splatting kind of God.
Got it. Beautiful. And you were doing some channeling today. Was it with White Eagle?
It was, yeah. So White Eagle, spiritual teacher, but also rather excitingly and very diversely with his new girlfriend.
Hey! White Eagle's got a new girl.
Yes. At last. So she's called Love Eagle, so she's a divine female spiritual teacher. White Eagle, divine male. So a great match.
And could you tell us a little more about White Eagle and your relationship with White Eagle?
Yeah, sure. So, as I said, you know, he's a spirit guide, spirit teacher, you know, in entity form. And really the history of White Eagle is Native American. They would have called him, translated into English, something like Great White Spirit in the Sky, or Great White Bird in the Sky. So White Eagle was kind of the male god. And, you know, the beautiful thing is, I'm going to cut a long myth really short, is that White Eagle, 10,000 years ago, thought that he could go it alone without the female, and he let go of his girlfriend. He let her go because he just felt the male aspect could achieve things quicker, faster, and the female tended to slow everything down. So the myth is that in thousands of years' time, there'll come a time when White Eagle humbly realizes the error of his ways, and he invites the female to come back. And what's so cute is that time is right now.
Wow.
Right now. And we have the blessing to live in that period.
Wow, that's great. And has that been happening regularly now? Is that his girlfriend's visiting too?
Absolutely, yeah.
Great.
You know, maybe for 2 or 3 years the female aspect's been blending.
Cool.
And now as a channeler that's fully formed male-female balance.
Beautiful.
Just really powerful stuff. Yeah.
Beautiful. And tell me about your school.
Yeah, so the school, Celestial Earth, I found that in London 4 years ago. I was feeling like my vocation in life is something to do with helping people to bring a bit of heaven down to earth. And I literally kind of thought, oh, that's way too Christian, I can't have that as the name. Because I kind of thought for a minute, heaven to earth would be the name. And I just asked, what's kind of like heaven? And the name Celestial Earth came.
Cool.
And I like to talk about that story of the name really because the whole ethos of the school is in various ways just to help people bring their own kind of higher world down into the lower world, down to the earth plane. So to help people do that, we're teaching like psychic development circles, workshops, retreats, various types of healing arts as well.
Great. And something I always like to ask at Health Talk is about queer spirituality. What is queer spirituality to you?
Wow. Well, many things. And in a way, I've been slow to come to it. I'm coming into it, embodying it more than ever. So many things. I mean, for me, it's the blending of spiritual, physical, erotic. So that erotic, I'm just seeing that as the spiritual within, blending with the sexuality. And frankly, I go as far as to say, I think gay, queer folk, we're really leading the way of developing human consciousness in this way. And in many ways, I think there's no coincidence that many hairdressers are gay, many counselors, healers, shamans. So I think all that kind of queer archetype of being, we bridge the world between the men and the women. And that's a powerful job.
And a very important thing in this moment of history, And Easton Mountain, what is its place in this movement, the queer spiritual movement?
Wow. Well, again, how long do we have? My summary is, it's just an adorable place. And if you can hang out in an adorable place, then we find that adorable self.
Yes.
Especially in a hot tub. I've traveled with work, loads of countries, been to lots of spiritual venues, and I don't know anywhere like it. That's so spiritually focused, and primarily for gay, queer, LGBT people.
Yeah.
It's a blessing. And I just think, sometimes in our, let's say, our sexual speciality, for want of a better word, sometimes we just need a little bit of separation to feel completely safe to get there. Yeah. And I think Easton is, I haven't been around the whole world, but I think Easton's probably about the best in the world.
Yes.
For us, really.
Yes. And I understand you're going to come back and visit us sometime soon for another workshop.
Yes, I'm coming back first weekend in November this year. I think that's 1st to the 3rd, to offer a weekend workshop called Karma and Alchemy. It's good I can remember it.
Yeah.
So that's a real honor. Come to do a whole weekend focused on kind of the channelings that we made today in the temple. So we're going to be, working on karma healing really deep, working on waking up what I just call divine alchemy, like the obvious magic that's inside people, waking that up. And not only that, but we're going to learn a new healing alchemy modality called alchemy energetics. It's a brand new modality, so we can harness the power of some sacred symbols, take it home, and keep that work going.
Cool.
So I'm loving it.
That's
really looking forward.
Very powerful. Well, we're looking forward to having you back and enjoying our time with you now. And thank you so much for sitting in this hot tub with me.
Thanks, Will. My pleasure.
That's a wrap.